This is the build we had at EGX Rest in London like a month ago or so. It was the first time we showed the game in a public event. We had been previously on summer shows like Casual Connect or Game Connection, but those were kind of business shows. And EGX was the first time like a general public, like anybody could enter the show and try out the game. So it was really exciting, and well, this is the first time we are streaming gameplay, so exciting stuff. Oh, already 20 viewers.
Let's go.
Maybe 4 or 5 minutes more, like it's not even 7 o'clock yet.
No, me?
Yes, of course. Be careful with the cable,
No, yes,
because it's connected as well to the camera, so nothing.
Ya, te he entendido. Thank you for the translation.
And yeah, the plan is to play the game for, I don't know, maybe 30-40 minutes. I hope it doesn't break, and if it breaks, we'll have to reboot it. And after that, maybe show you some of the stuff, of the new stuff we are working on right now. And yeah, answer whatever is that you may want to know.
Okay, now we don't have the disable camera option, but
Yeah, never mind.
it's okay. Right?
It feels much more clunky than this way than the other one.
I think so.
I don't remember
I was trying the both
the
of them.
free.
Yeah.
The free one.
So while we wait for more people to join the stream, and yeah, start in like 3-4 more minutes, why don't you tell us like how did you heard of the game? Are you backers from our Kickstarter campaign? Did you find out on Twitter just now? Have you seen the game around on any show or media?
Who are you? It's been so exciting streaming a only narrative game. Narrative based game.
So, well, I'm gonna change.
Elías. Hombre, ¿qué pasa? Ya ves.
Oops. Yo soy Elías.
And yeah, sorry if at any given time we kind of switch back to yeah, Juan, we know you're a backer from our Kickstarter campaign.
And you're so proud of it.
Cool. Thank you.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we joined the game dev section. We are quite new to Twitch. In fact, this is the first time we are streaming anything from this account. So like it took us a couple of hours to have the whole thing prepared and running. We are so new to Twitch.
Well, not so many hours, just 2.
Well, 2 hours. Like.
Maybe we should like say the chat, what people say in the chat, because maybe people are not reading the chat and they don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, right. So Nordel 2 said that he found out about this streaming on the Twitch game dev section. It's some kind of group you join and you are featured over there. So yeah, maybe if you are browsing Twitch, you just find out about this game. And you can see on the top of the video you have our Twitter account and our website with all the information about the game and the studio, so you can follow our progress around. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You want to start now? Maybe?
Yeah, so do we just rest the whole thing and start over?
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
I'll just close it.
From the very beginning, remember to take it slow and don't rush through the dialogue, because we are so used to playing the game that we'll just rush through the whole thing, like just pressing A, skipping all the dialogue, because we are kind of,
That's not because of that. It's because of that. It's because we are not used. We don't like to read in games, so we always try to skip the dialogue.
Yeah.
And we're making a narrative game. Okay.
And full disclosure, I don't know if you can see that on the screen, but the current translation, the current English translation was was made by the development team, and it's not the one that is going to be in the final game. The final one will be made by proper translators, people who actually know how to speak English. Yeah, so don't rush.
Don't rush. I go slow.
Yeah, like I said, we are already too used to seeing this thing. So this is the beginning of the demo. This is like the biggest bridge in the city, and right now we are still tuning these things. Like, for example, the maps and all the assets, everything you're gonna see here is still likely to change. For example, we are thinking about narrowing all the maps, making all of them quite a bit smaller. So if the bridge looks super big, that may change in a couple of weeks. So you are starting this bridge, you don't know what's going on, and you go through the fog. Yeah, and it's the same bridge. You are in the very same place you were before.
What do you know?
Oh, and suddenly there's a shadow over there. Remember.
Slow, Martin.
Yeah, slow down.
Sorry.
relax.
Well, it's autopilot. I'm sorry.
People watching don't work on this game every day. Yeah, so basically the shadow, like, it's not really like this blurry thing. It's a stranger. It means that you are not really looking at their faces and you don't really remember them. It's blurry. It's somebody you just met on the street. So this stranger is kind of nagging us a lot, and you read all the dialogues out loud in a theatrical way. Oh, that's
We
Jordi.
should do that, absolutely.
That's Jordi from the construct team. Thank you for stopping by. I don't think if we are like, oh yeah, everybody's supporting that idea. Cool. Like, I don't think.
I think it's a great idea.
Okay, this may be the most terrible thing, but let's go for it. Okay.
Yeah, animation are so cool.
Like, who wants to read the stranger?
The shadow should be Martin.
Okay. What?
All the shadows.
All the shadows
All the shadows, okay.
until they go.
Okay, cool.
I am.
You are.
You are Henry, okay.
No, I want to be Lucas.
No, because
Yeah.
Luis is going to explain. You are Henry.
No, let's just stop for a minute because somebody's saying that Ruben's shirt is really cool.
Okay, so right now it's like the 4 comments
So just
and
to-
2 are for Ruben.
It doesn't go
Your
Yes.
shirt and your animations.
Thank you.
So a couple of quick notes before I start reading these things in a grammatical way.
Yeah.
No.
Are you going to read all the dialogues?
No,
We'll
only
try
the
to,
ones-
but we may.
only
Get some
the
water
ones you
because-
choose.
Only the most special ones.
Yeah.
The special ones.
So a few quick notes. Right now, our character is a boy. Well, is a man, and his name Arthur. But in the final game, you'll be able to choose between a man and a woman, and you'll be able to write down your own name. So who was being Arthur? You were, right?
Is this for real? Excuse me, sir, but I do not understand. What are you talking about?
Oh, don't be so cynical. How could you not understand me? That would be nonsense. If there's anybody you can understand, that's me.
Never do the coder. Do the grammatical.
That's why I chose him to be the
Okay.
shadow.
Allow me, young man, to ask you something. Just imagine you're wandering around my streets and you meet a beggar, filthy, shabby, drunk, a wretched man.
No,
Okay,
no.
He's laying on the road, his face is bloodstained, he's being kicked and hit with a cane. The one doing the bidding is a gentleman. That is all you see. What would you do, lad? What would you do? When would you do that?
I would help the beggar.
Really?
Yeah.
You have the beggar, okay.
No, you wouldn't.
I wouldn't hesitate. I would aid the victim that is taking a rehabilitation.
I'll be happy.
I'm kind of afraid of this.
So that is your answer. We will remember it. You can be sure of that.
Slowly. You
Okay,
know?
so
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you know, you have to put that.
Hey guys, don't say anything relevant until I come back with my Colacao.
Okay, stop the stream, shut it down.
Commercial break.
Okay.
Is Colacao a Spanish brand?
Yeah.
I think so, right?
Yeah, alright.
Nesquik is like international.
Just
Very relevant
Just feel
to this.
curious about it.
Do you have a coin, sir?
You give the poor man some
Yeah,
money.
You give me some money. You're generous.
Are you sure of that?
Are you sure? Are you going to waste
No,
your
no,
money
no,
on me?
no. Go with it.
Okay.
Here you have, good man. I'm trying to be a taxi.
Good man. That is how you see us, isn't it? It's easy when your pockets are full. Steve-Ars, right? It's a different stranger. You don't know what's going on.
We don't know if this is a little girl, so you did it right.
Let me tell you something about me, sir. Keep your eyes and your mind wide open. This is war, East against West, Steve-Ars against workers, capital against the working class. Do you follow? The powerful sons of bitches, tires.
Put some energy there.
The powerful sons of bitches, sir.
Rape us
in your factories. They rape us in our warehouses. They bust our heads. But his voice is like cracked. I don't know.
They bust their heads
He may not be able to.
They bust their heads up in jail.
In jail.
Okay. Keep doing the show. Keep doing the show.
No.
We can do two voices for the same guy if you want.
Yes, at the same time.
At the same time, okay. 3, 2, 1. But we are useless, you know. We have fire. And we cook those pigs in their own juice. You'll see.
I think they
You-
got enough of this.
You know that this might last like 30-40 minutes. You have for doing this like
We are
for the whole
prepared.
game.
We have orange juice, so it's okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, no?
Keep going. Keep going.
You're on the side of the working class.
Very well.
We're the ones who don't have anything, always.
Ruben wants to do this.
I don't like Arthur's voice.
So let me play another character.
Okay, Luis can be Arthur if you want. And if you don't, doesn't matter. You're going to be.
You're asking me to keep reading.
No, you're going to be Arthur now because Ruben is
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, okay.
I'm going to be the sound.
That is our truth, Steve-Ars, isn't it? Because I've heard it. We won't forget it.
Oh, and that's it.
Just the sound. Still have nothing to do. Let's go into the fog again. Oh, no shadow.
If there's anybody here that follows our devlog, he might have already read about this. This is the kind of draft of the intro we want to have in the final game. We've iterated this a lot, and in a few minutes you realize why this is so strange and you are going around in this bridge and shadows keep appearing, and it all will make sense. Just hold on for a couple minutes. Yeah.
Let's keep it going.
Huh? Oh, that's you.
The
Yeah.
friend has fallen.
that's me.
He has arrived to us too soon. Too soon. But now it's already too late to go back, right? It's too late. The master sees it. The master watches it.
No.
What will be?
One of
The seven perhaps? A cyan and orange. Or will it be just another disappointment? A cold corpse for the rest to enjoy before the first week ends.
Two words, one so fast, one for the...
Wonderful.
But before knowing.
But before knowing how it'll turn out, we must know what it was.
Muy lejos, tío.
Speak. What were you before arriving to me, to us, cruel or kind-hearted?
So, option A, you believe you're a good person. B, you aren't a kind-hearted person.
There's no need to.
Yeah,
Only options.
Yeah, no, well, I kind of read like, can I call somebody to help me pick an option? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that sounds
Or,
good.
I know. I think I'm kind of a good person at least.
You don't know. You don't know what to answer.
I mean, I
Liar.
did give some money to the other stranger, so.
You didn't.
I didn't.
You don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, that's right. I don't know what I am.
You don't know, okay.
Yeah, I got him confused.
Do we still read it or?
No, come on.
Okay. Henry Allen.
Pero despacito, pues.
I know. I'm going to.
So this shadow is talking about.
That is slowly.
Let the man explain. the game.
Yeah, guys, you are rushing a bit through the text. And not,
Yeah, do you want me to go slower? Or?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this shadow is telling us about Henry Allen, and he is supposed to be a childhood friend of ours, and he committed suicide, and that's why we are in this town, because he was a trader here, and he left us pretty much everything, his business, his house, and we don't know if it was really suicide or what was the reason for that. So we just came here to collect the heritage and maybe start a new life in this city. And if you played the small game we made called The Night Henry Allen Died, that's kind of related to this game. And that's basically it. This shadow is talking to us about this friend of ours who died, and kind of kickstarts the plot of the game. Yeah, so... So nobody's doing the dramatical.
No,
We're
we're gonna do it.
okay,
Okay,
no, yeah.
Let's start the game.
Okay, yeah.
Properly.
Yeah, because this is still the intro. I mean, we
Yes.
haven't started like.
Nothing, slow down.
No, this is
No, it's okay, right?
Okay.
time.
You're sending me mixed
So,
messages.
yeah.
I don't know what to do.
So yeah, right now the shadow is telling us a bit about how time works in this city. If you've seen the game around, you know the pit. Time never stops in this city. So basically, there are no puzzles or combats or anything you can get really stuck in. The ending will arrive in 3 weeks. So you have 3 weeks to live in this city, and things will keep happening. Yeah.
I've been playing this game for months and I still can't manage to talk to the people I want.
Yeah. So
In which development phase is the game?
yeah.
Pretty cool, shabby.
Yeah, right. So they're asking in the chat like, how deep are we into development? I'd say it's still pre-alpha. We don't have all the systems implemented yet. You can play the demo for about 40-50 minutes or so. And right now we are doing the story system, the quest system, the thing that manages all the event that will pop up in your story or not. And yeah, that's basically it. Like we are hoping to release the game in early 2018. We met in somebody in the chat. There's the same person who asked us how deep in development we were. He said that we met in Madrid a couple of years back. That's awesome. And yeah, so as I was telling you, we are hoping to release it early next year. And yeah, we are hopefully will be entering a beta stage pretty soon. We only have to implement a couple of things more. And since we were answering this question, we kind of rushed, but these strangers that you were talking to turned out to be like creepier, different versions of the main characters. And yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but one of the characters had like a monocle and a hat and everything. The other was like a poor person, and they represent each of the faces of this city, like the poor quarter, the rich quarter, the central quarter, and the weird, the inexplicable, the weird things happening in this city. And yeah, welcome to all of you joining the streaming right now. We just finished the intro. Like we know that we came to this town because our childhood friend died, and we are trading this town. And we know that there are rich and poor people fighting over it. And it turns out that was kind of a dream. That's why the whole dream was taking place in a kind of an infinite loop in that bridge. And we are now in the actual city. Yeah.
We should move a bit to the right because you're
Oh, yeah.
out of frame.
Cool. Yeah.
Let's go downstairs.
Yeah.
And the things.
So maybe don't talk to him
Okay,
right
go.
now. Yeah. Yeah. Really small break.
Explain, yes.
Yeah. Maybe viewers seeing the game for the first time, you may think it's a point-and-click adventure. It's not really that. It's it's a narrative experience. It's really hard to explain, so we just call it a narrative experience. And it's basically you live 3 weeks in this city, and there are no puzzle items to solve. You are just basically going around, solving social interactions, spending time with those characters you like, and avoiding those who you don't like. And one thing that we have on our small prototype that we like a lot is the fact that you can interact with everything. So everything you see in the game is something that you can go over there and touch or examine or look. Like it's not a stale world. Everything is trying to feel alive. So maybe move on with this guy.
Okay.
Legal executor.
And I don't know if you noticed that there's a new thing in the dialogue right now that thing that says leave. And since time is that important in this city, if somebody's wasting your time, you can say like, "Oh, I'm in a hurry, so I'm leaving you. Like, bye." Some characters might really feel really bad about you if you decide to just walk away from the conversation. But it's your time, so if you think you should be somewhere else, you can just close the dialogue and leave and go do something else.
Yeah, we can test it later, or maybe with this one if you want.
Yeah, maybe talk to him a little bit.
I know, but
The demo is here.
Yeah, so basically,
let's skip it.
he's the legal executor, and he's telling us all about the business and the house we just inherited from our friend. He's supposed to let us know what's going around in the city and everything. He's also gonna advise us to have our first business meeting. There's this shop in the central quarter, and this legal executor is telling us like, "Oh, if you're gonna be a trader, you should go and visit this woman because she used to do business with your friend. So yeah, maybe go there and start your business talking with her." And it's not that we are making you or forcing players to go out to this business. It's like, "Oh, this is cool. You may want to do this. It's gonna be good for you, but you are completely free to do whatever you want." I mean, you could literally complete the game standing in your room. It would take several hours, but you could just stand there and end the game. Like, you can do whatever you want. We are not forcing you to do anything at all.
What do we do?
So
Legal.
Legal?
Always.
Always legal.
So maybe leave this conversation or go explore the city.
And I don't know if there's anything more important in this conversation, but...
He just told us the basics. He told us to go look for this woman at the shop and everything. So
Okay.
Maybe we have more important things to do.
Do you want me to skip it, or should I choose the production?
Use the leave option. Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse the player option, and now you can choose to leave and everything.
You can still go back to talking with him, but...
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
You can also use this leave thing to go back to some other part of the dialogue that you feel it was more important or more interesting.
Everything happens in real time.
Yeah, so somebody asked us if everything happens in real time. Kind of. During dialogues, time stops, so you are not rushing. Like, you can take your time and read what the other character is saying. We are gonna do this thing that every time you press A in a dialogue, time runs a bit. So you can still take your time to read all the text, but if you talk a lot to a person, time you will spend more time. So yeah, but right now you are standing in the middle of the street and time is running, and you can stand here for 20-30 minutes and the day will end and the next day will start and so on. So kind of real time. So maybe go and check out some of the buildings and some of the art, because
Okay.
again we see this every day. So
Read that letter.
What?
Read that sign.
Oh, yeah.
You want
Look at the ref.
and I don't know if you noticed that Windows have small animations.
Important info.
Sometimes rooms light down and shadows pass by the windows and everything.
There you have one.
Yeah, and yeah, you'll see these. These passengers, these strangers in the middle of the street, and they are not important characters. You can
ask them
Yeah.
for directions.
Yeah, you can ask for directions if you want to find a certain building, or you want to know about gossips or what's going around in town. And one thing about these guys is that they can get tired of you if you start asking many questions like, hey dude, where's the theater? Where's the theater? Where's the theater? He'll eventually say like, fuck off, like, I don't want to talk to you any longer. Depends on the person. Some people will be more patient than others, but yeah, maybe don't do that.
Or do it.
Yeah.
And there was a third guy just listening to your conversation.
Yes.
So close
Creeping
to
in,
both
like.
of you, and when you stop the conversation, he ran away.
The theater.
Yeah, maybe go and check out the theater.
Let's do it.
So this is one of the big buildings in the city. There are gonna be many of these. They are like the landmarks, the buildings you'll be looking around to get directions, so know where you are. And you can do this thing where camera zooms out and you can check out the beautiful art and everything. And yeah,
We have different areas for this contemplation thing. Here's the sea, for example.
yeah, more people complimenting Ruben's art. Right now we have this joke.
Gracias, Jordi.
We have this joke because can you go back? Yeah, I want to see the roof of the building. So we have this joke that Ruben paints everything in the game, draws everything in the game from character art to all the stages and all the environment. So he draws every tile on every roof, and he has, he's kind of going crazy with.
He has dementia.
Yeah. Every day he's like, oh no, I have to draw more tiles on the roof. Like, fuck my life.
Literally.
And we are gonna implement some more interactions, like you'll be able to sit on benches and let time pass and everything. And I don't know if you can see this properly, but it's basically a poster letting you know that there's gonna be this play in the theater in a couple of days. And if you are having some kind of issue reading the text, or you are playing the game in a small resolution, you can do this thing that will let you read all the text easier in the game. So do we?
Do you want to talk with Lucas, for example?
Yeah.
Is that Lucas? I don't remember.
Yeah. Well.
It's just a coincidence, I don't know.
Yeah. Well.
I've never played this.
Yeah. We are kind of cheating because we know that this is one of the main characters in the game. One of those people that you'll be able to follow around, and they have special events and things like that. So the thing is that you won't be going around talking to every shadow and I don't know, waiting to see if if they are an important character or not. Basically, you'll get descriptions like, oh, go to this place and you'll meet Lucas. He likes to go by the sea next to a theater, and he'll be there. So go look for him. And whenever you get a description from one of the characters, as you get close, the shadow will go away, and you'll see the character below. I think that we are going to see that right now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So.
Either way, when you talk with someone that is not like a generic stranger, you see instead of stranger, you see, like, for example, old bookseller.
Yeah.
Because you can see him more or less, and you can see his job or something, but you still don't know his name or his identity.
Yeah, somebody just said that the shadowy thing in these characters is because they smoke a lot. Yeah.
Let's imitate him.
So I don't know if you can hear this right now, but
No.
there's a lot of text in the game, and
They can.
since we can't have full voice acting for this game because that would be crazy. What Feller suggested, Feller takes care of music and audio. he thought, hey, well, they are kind of kissing right now, right?
Yeah, you have
Like,
to fix
the-
the colliders and stuff.
Their noise are so close right now. So what Third did with audio is that instead of having voice acting, you kind of hear the writing of that character.
Yeah, I created different kind of sounds for each important character. For example, using different kind of devices to make the noise. For example, the newspaper seller, he writes on a newspaper, and you can hear the newspaper crackling, and how he is like drawing the sound instead of voice acting, because we don't have enough force of production to to have a voice acting. So my idea was that to different every character with different kind of sounds, like they were writing on a notebook or something like that.
Yeah. Another thing we implemented was that if you see the text animated, it stops in each like stop point, comma, and double point, anything, and that gives like a feeling of speaking when they are. And that combined with the sound, we want to like achieve like not like speaking like without voice acting, but the closest thing we can get.
Yes.
So yeah, somebody said that we should talk louder.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, and
Okay.
regarding the other question, somebody asked, like, was the script written in Spanish and then translated, or vice versa? So the whole thing is written in Spanish for a very simple reason. So we have the only person missing right now in this streaming is Angel, and he's in charge of narrative design. Basically, he's a professional writer. He has published a couple of books, and he writes everything in Spanish. And we also have an external, a small team of writers helping us with the game, and they all write everything in Spanish because they are more comfortable with that language. They feel like it's easier for them to make charismatic, cool characters in Spanish. And what we are gonna do is have the game translated to English before release. Right now, these texts you are seeing this demo, these were quickly translated by us for a show, so they are not by any means close to the final text. Yeah.
So besides the audio that Martin and I were talking about, Martin did a great shading effect for the
Yeah, I was talking about it.
conversation.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the combination of the two things. I think that is the great thing with audio and shading effect of apparition, appearing and everything. It's like they are writing as you see it appear, something like that. And Martin did this cool thing that he was talking about, that as you can see, as the text appears, there is pauses in every point, in every comma and everything. But also you can skip that, and you can
We can like fast forward.
fast forward, and or end the dialogue with double click and everything, in case you don't want to wait.
You're in a hurry or something.
Yeah.
Let's confess.
Focus, please.
So as you can see, yeah, like if you saw like everybody kind of freaking out right now, is because we don't have a proper webcam,
It's fine.
so we are using an Android phone on top of a cardboard box on top of some other thing, and it's kind of not really stable. So yeah,
Let's be professional.
if the webcam suddenly falls down, don't worry. And yeah, well,
Welcome back.
to I'll let you know a bit more about this character. He's all Lucas, and as you can see, he's kind of loony, and he owns a bookshop in the rich quarter, and he's kind of an introvert, and he's usually more comfortable while singing. So many times when he starts talking to you, he'll be kind of singing, and that's his way of being more comfortable with human interaction.
Let's interrupt him and leave him alone.
Yeah. Free Run on Twitch saying that he's already eager to play the game.
Thank you.
We are eager to let you play the game. But
Yeah.
we need to make sure everything's right first. We are still considering making these streets a bit narrower. I don't know if he's around, but we announced like a week ago that Konstantinos, who is famous for designing video game cities and everything, he's working, kind of helping us improve the city. And last week we did a Skype call with him, and he gave us many tips to improve our city design, which are not implemented yet because this is an old build, but you can expect to see more of these changes soon. Yeah.
Okay, right now what happened was that Giles is this guy, discovered himself because you already got the description from
The law guy.
the legal executor, yeah, the first guy you talked to in your house. He told you how he was, so you now, upon seeing him, you know his appearance. You want to explain like his character? And
I hate this guy.
I hate this guy.
Why? I don't know. So, Gilles is a newspaper seller. He kind of adores rich people, and he's, I don't know how to say this. It's like he always wants to please the people that have money in the city. So his newspaper is really like a right-wing paper kind of.
We're laughing because somebody said on the chat like, "Oh, that guy has the very same nose I have," you know.
Which is
That's hard to achieve.
which is sausage.
Yeah.
And have you considered early access?
Yeah. So somebody asked if we consider early access. We did talk about this a lot because if this was an arcade game or a roguelike or something that you could play over and over again, we'd be super in for early access. We like that model a lot. And even though A Place for the Unwilling is a game that you'll be able to play many times and get different experiences, we are not sure. We think that early access would ruin the experience for you. So we will have a closed beta, but it will be super small. If you saw our Kickstarter campaign, there was a reward tier that included this closed beta. So it's gonna be super small. Like, I wouldn't even call it early access. Like, we want to get the game to you once it's already perfect, like, and polished, and have it and play it from the beginning once it's completely ready.
And going back to Giles, the thing with him being really close to the rich people is that while you are going to play in the game, you are going to discover that there is a fight, a war on power, so to speak, between rich people and poor people. Syndicalists, I think is pronounced it. Syndicalists and rich sellers, rich people like the mayor and everything. You will discover that through the gameplay.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of get the feeling that Giles is gonna be a character that pretty much everybody will kind of hate.
I kind of like him.
I mean, it's easy to hate him. He's the kind of guy that usually brags a lot about pretty much anything, like, "Oh, today the mayor bought a newspaper on my newsstand," you know, and those kind of things. Like, he will come to his house, arrive, and
he's proud of his work.
Feels so important because the mayor buys him the newspaper.
Maybe he's too proud.
I don't know. He works hard in order to please.
I mean, I have
the people he wants to please. I don't know.
Just like us. It's the same.
I have a few. I have my list of my favorite characters, and Giles is not among them.
I like Giles.
Actually, you should hire an army of little.
Talk louder because.
Yeah, I think you should hire an army of little children workers, so you can beat up this guy.
By the way, he at the beginning of the talk, guys. Well, I think that he already did. He was going to give us a newspaper.
Yeah,
He already did.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So when we are done talking to him, we are gonna go to the inventory and check out what he gave us.
He actually is right now asking us if we can help him in order to I don't know how to say this.
Arrest.
Yes, arrest the competition, which is a little boy, an anarchist,
Miles Stout.
Miles Stout,
Yeah.
whom actually sells papers too, newspapers,
Another newspaper.
but another kind of newspaper.
So, yeah.
The syndicalist newspaper and the poor people newspaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, they are Miles and Giles, and they are the two newspaper sellers in town. And Giles sells a newspaper made in the rich quarter, which is kind of talks about politics, economics, and those kind of themes. And the one Miles sells, it's one made by the working class. It doesn't have much text because most poor people in the city can't read, and the newspaper itself has quite a lot of typos. And yeah, they're kind of always fighting, these two, Giles and Miles, and kind of pranking each other. Well, Miles is always trying to prank Giles, and Giles is always trying to get Miles arrested.
Yeah.
He's a douchebag.
He's not mentioning August Thompson, the police officer of this town.
Yeah.
And because he wants you to report Miles to him. That's his idea.
He's explaining right now where August Thompson usually works. So as Martin said, right now if you go to August and you see him, the shadow will disappear and just vanish, and you will see August properly.
You have the choice of doing that, of reporting him, of just going along and not doing anything.
Well, depending on your action and your choosing in this kind of moral situation like this one, you are going to befriend the characters, or you're going to enemy. You know, they are going to be your enemies actually.
Should we go talk to August, or should we go?
May first check what he gave to you. He
Okay,
gave you
yeah,
the newspaper, yeah.
The newspaper, yeah. Okay.
It's in your inventory.
Is the inventory?
You can see the inventory is kind of like your jacket, like it's open up, and you see your cloak over there, and there's the newspaper that Giles just gave us. Yeah, it's basically talking about a fire in a building in the rich quarter, and the paper says that this fire was made by the working class, and somebody just said, somebody just asked, like, can you be an enemy, like the opposite of befriend everybody in town, like just like in real life? Yes, you can. Like there's so many ways you can do that. Like you can piss everybody off, or maybe start all the conversations and just walk away like a douchebag. Maybe not leave your room at all. That's another legit way to finish the game. No, there are so many ways that you can piss people off that's not gonna be an issue. You can, like be an enemy of everybody in this city.
Yes, but you cannot be a friend of everybody.
No, that's not an idea.
No, you have to make
Because
compromises.
yes, exactly. Because if you befriend Giles, for example, the other newspaper seller Miles will hate you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So even though we can't enter the building right now, maybe go and check out Lucas' bookshop.
Yeah, okay. Let's go.
El Daily Mirror bueno.
In this demo, we only have 2 interior maps. Those would be 1 your house and 2 Harriet's shop, which we'll visit it later. But in the final game, there will be many buildings that you can enter. This is one of the most special ones. If, zoom out. So that weird building over there, it's Lucas' bookshop, and somebody said like, Oh,
Yes.
that thing with
You don't
bubbles actually had a description.
You don't have to read because everyone is seeing the comments.
No,
Oh,
not
yeah,
necessarily, no.
maybe they're just
If
looking
you
at
have
the
full
video.
screen, you can see the.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so before answering a comment, we just read it out loud in case you are not reading the comments. Yeah, so basically we want you to be able to interact with every object, and that's something that we believe it's cool. Like, it's not that you can only use these items that are special. No, fuck off.
And it's wonderful to implement.
No, yeah. Yeah, Martin thinks it's hilarious.
We actually have 3 interiors. We have also this one.
Oh.
These rats.
Yeah, but this
It's
is yeah.
almost a placeholder. You want to go in?
No, never mind.
Yeah, no?
Yeah,
Come on. It's a placeholder, but you can show
And
it.
it's bagged, so it's like a
Okay.
feature.
Yeah, that was kind of hidden. It's not. It doesn't have a purpose yet. So I don't know if you there want to talk about how we handle audio and audio proximity and everything in the game.
I don't know. What do you want me to
Like,
you set up?
Well.
Like
I
the
don't
environmental
Yes.
audio.
know. Yes, I don't know. So, for the audio, for the general audio, we implemented the audio with Fmod Studio,
Yep.
Martin and I. And actually we treat the what you are seeing is like when you cross one of these little maps, everything fades out and that stuff. That's actually like in every game or most games where a level is discharged, and discharge is probably not the word.
Yeah, you change scenes.
Yeah,
and
you
everything,
change scenes and unload and other scenes.
Yeah.
But with the audio, it's not like that because we want it to be like a real city sound. So when you are changing one map, you are going to still hear everything, and it will be changes for some scenes, but the overall is that it will always be sounding like you are in this town and this crowded town with people and everything. So we implemented that with Fmod, and we created a sound level, a sound map.
That it's
behind.
separated from the graphics.
Yes. And I don't know.
No, well, what we do actually is like if we load this particular scene, we're also loading the scenes that are right on top and behind.
No, actually, in sound.
Yeah, we're doing it.
No, in sound more.
Well,
remember,
okay.
Yeah, that
Okay,
was the first.
okay.
The first thing I remember.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, I was just saying that while we are talking about audio and those things, we should start a dialogue so we can stop time because otherwise time keeps running and
I forgot.
Yes.
So maybe freeze time for a little while we discuss this.
Yes. So actually, it's more than one level. It's like we separated the town. Well, actually, this neighborhood in 3 different areas.
Yeah.
Like the main street, this one in which we are right now. Like the ones that we are coming from, the bookstore and that area, and the first area of the game. Where your place is, where your home is placed, is that 3 different areas actually for the sound.
Yeah.
For this neighborhood.
Yeah, we have Miles out.
Yeah. Before talking to him, check out the paper.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see what
This is the Union. This is the paper made by the working class. It has a lot of typos because not everybody over there knows how to write properly, just like us. And yeah, it has these big drawings because it's supposed to be for the working class, and some of them can't read at all. So they communicate this idea through drawings. And Ruben kind of was inspired by this old newspaper called the Police.
Illustrated Police News, which is it was a section from the Illustrated London News, and it's only about weird crimes that happened in that era in London. And yeah, I got a lot of inspiration there.
Yeah, so basically they had these bizarre newspapers that they were mostly drawings, and they would feature like really weird and brutal crimes. And this newspaper was actually published during the Victorian Age. You can look that up, or I think we've talked about that newspaper a couple of times on our devlog. You know that we publish these updates every 2 weeks, and we talk about pretty much everything. We are pignosens. Okay. So do we head to Harriet's shop and cross the bridge and check
You
out
want
the...
to do that or first talk with Miles?
Yeah, well, talk with Matt, yeah.
Very well.
Making news.
People speak live.
Yeah.
Fire was their thing.
So what you need to know about Miles is that he was raised in the poor quarter, and he will repeat a lot of things he hears in that neighborhood, even though he can't really understand them. Like you'll be hearing them like saying things like, "Oh, comrades, let's join in and fight the upper class," and repeat a lot of political and philosophical stuff that a kid his age wouldn't be able to understand, because he's just like that. He doesn't really get what he's saying, but he sees all these working men around him fighting the upper class, and he just wants to join in. And he even has his own street gang. It's basically him and his friends. They are just a bunch of kids going around and pranking the people from the rich quarter, believing that they are so cool and everything.
Now get lads, will you? Where ya? Where ya?
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention to dialogue, but at some point that Miles asks you to take the newspapers from the union, the ones he's selling, and place them in the newsstands from the rich quarter, kind of always trying to prank Giles and everything. Yeah.
Let's see how are we with time.
So 9:46. Okay, just keep walking.
46. Was that seconds, minutes? What was that?
I don't really remember. Like our clock isn't really polished yet because we haven't decided.
Are we like translating like real-time seconds to in-game seconds? Because I don't remember.
I can really remember. Like, yeah, maybe just keep walking.
Okay, I go
forget
fast.
about this.
Yeah.
I go fast.
Maybe. Yeah.
Like we are
Maybe
still.
everything will crash.
Yeah,
No, but I'm scared because we set a time limit of 20 minutes, I think, for this
Yes.
demo.
yeah. Like in 20 minutes of roaming around the city, this demo ends and you suddenly go back home and have to choose a few things before the day ends. That's not how it's going to work in the final game, but it's how it works in this demo. And we can really remember how much timing we had.
Do you want to talk, Ravenna, about the statue or something? No?
Maybe talk about why all this color changed. Like suddenly everything is red.
Oh yes, the transition from neighborhoods.
Yeah, since we have 3 different quarters, the rich one, the poor one, and the central one, which is all the stuff like the church, the city hall,
The main buildings.
the main
of
buildings
the
are
city.
placed there, yeah. And we chose to set them in 3 different color palettes, so you can feel there are 3 different little cities inside this whole city, but we decided to make a transition between
Like a subtle transition, right?
That's
like,
it. So when you cross the bridge,
Yeah.
maybe you realize the color was changing from a map to the next one. So we were in this blue rich quarter, and all the bridge was like a fading transition to this red orange one.
Yeah, we actually faced some problems with that because first we tried to like put a whole filter on top of the game, but that messed up the interface and the characters and stuff. So in the end, Ruben what did was re-export all the assets with different colors, and it works really well. So.
Yeah, the old.
It was also fun to implement. Let's go to Harriet's shop.
Yeah. One of the tips that Konstantinos gave us about the city is that we should change a lot how wide the streets are, and also change our lighting effects, like have some street lamps with yellow light and some of them with white light and everything, because apparently that's really common in big cities. He showed us this big night map of Berlin, and you can see the main streets in one color because of the light, and it's easy to spot the secondary streets or the alleys and everything. So this is how it shops. Basically, we are here because at the beginning of the game, the legal executor was like, "Oh, you should go to Harriet's and meet her and maybe do business with her." So we're here to meet Harriet, who just stopped being a shadow and is now a real person.
She loves to talk.
Loves to sue.
Yeah, Harriet is the kind of person that is gonna get really pissed off if you decide to walk away while talking to her. Yeah, a small spoiler, okay?
Yeah. Really small. You're going to notice when you start talking to her, so.
Yeah. Harriet has a very strong personality. She's the mother of, I forgot, how many children did she have? Like 3 or 4 at least, right? Like
3.
She takes care of 3 children at home, and then she comes here every day and takes care of the whole shop. And not only
Powerful woman.
Yeah, really powerful cat and a really powerful woman, because she's not only taking care of the shop, she's also the one running it. She takes business quite seriously, and she's kind of messing with you, like you are a new trader in this city, and she has a lot of experience. And somebody just pointed out how intense that look is. Like she's staying at your soul.
You want to comment on that, Ruben?
You're totally right. She's only killing this. About this.
Yeah, Ruben actually remade all the portraits of the characters, so they are more polished now.
They are more killing type. I don't know.
Yeah.
Harriet is like, man, I've seen stuff.
You want to talk business or ask something?
Business.
Business,
No.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Business.
Yeah, let's talk business.
Haha, look. I'm not interested in losing my time.
Yeah, so
She has a very deep voice, actually.
That's her real voice, actually. Yeah.
she's just telling you that she doesn't care about the kind of items, like fancy things that you'd see in the rich quarter. And this isn't this is like the train interface, which isn't final yet, but it's kind of there. And in case you didn't know much about the game or just found out about this streaming, you are gonna be a trader, and though you can ignore the whole trading thing, the fact is that you are trading this city, and people with money are the ones making the big calls, the one having the power to decide. So if you want to be an influential person, you might want to take your business seriously and maybe spend a few minutes every day going around buying goods and selling them. And as I said before, you can completely ignore this, but some of the choices will be blocked for you because you won't have enough money to enter certain groups of people and everything. Yeah.
You actually spent like how much for the turning page animation? 1 week, something like that?
No, less than that. I mean.
Yeah, 3 days.
Yeah.
Well, you spent less time. I spent more.
Yeah, the animation itself is so easy to do, but to make. But the thing that the thing that took us long here is to choose which style we needed for this commerce interface, and that took us the most.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot actually about the face. As you can see, when I interact with almost anything, like for example this box of potatoes.
You are interested.
And thanks to Ink, that it's an amazing tool to write narrative for a game. We can set like 3, 4, 5 different dialogues for the same object, and it's random. Each time you interact with it, it pops up a different one.
Yeah, if you've seen a game called 80 Days or Sorcery that are quite popular, they're super big, they've sold hundreds, thousands of copies. they basically released their narrative engine and did it for free, and we're so did the game just freeze?
Yeah, the game just crashed.
Okay,
And
cool.
I don't know why. Let's reset it fast.
Oops, like the whole computer just froze?
No, just the game, but...
And here we went.
Yeah.
Everything.
Okay.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Maybe do a little cheating and get just keep
I
the
will,
intro.
I will, I
Yeah,
will.
yeah, yeah. So these are the things that kind of happen when you are live, showing the game.
This is secret stuff.
But you will not.
Yeah, so we have all these cheat stuff to run around, warp from one map to the next, and all those things. Yeah. By the way,
Well, yeah.
Let's crash it again.
yeah, that's the number one thing you want to do. Like, if you do something that crashes the whole game, you go and do it again.
Of course.
This is real time, yeah.
Yeah. We are not faking it. Like, this whole thing is real.
Look at the fish.
The fish, the
Yeah,
fish.
yeah.
No, you don't have to.
Too late now.
We also spent a lot of time iterating the shader you see when you are about to interact with an item, because they were really hard to get, because if they were like too loud, like they caught your attention too much, that would break the experience. At the same time, if they were too subtle, you wouldn't notice that item. So it took us like months of iteration. Like,
And we're still not sure, right?
yeah, we're not still 100% sure, but the first one were awful.
Yeah.
But it was a process of okay, so what can we do? We think this kind of looks good, but we are not sure anymore because we have been working on it for a couple of weeks. So we take the game to a show and get some feedback and come back home and iterate on that.
Yeah, actually, EGX Rest, we went like last month, right?
Yeah.
Month ago, yeah.
Yeah.
We got a lot of good feedback about this. So we'll test some new stuff this month. This is like the most relevant part of the... This is like the central neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you can see, the buildings are taller, and everything is pretty much different. Not just the building design, also the road design. You see, we have these trees in the middle of the street. You see the street lights are different, but at the same time, it feels different. But there's a smooth transition from one quarter to the next. That's because even though the city has several faces, several parts that have their very own personality, they're still part of the same big thing. So yeah, it was also hard to do that as well, to keep every quarter, give every quarter its own personality while making sure they all belong to the same city. Ruben wrote an article about this that got featured on Gamasutra, and it's also available on our dev blog. Some smaller random notes. There are many ways to end the game. Like there are many endings that will happen in 3 weeks, but you can end your story sooner. For example, you can just walk out of the city, just leave this city for good, and that will end your story. That's one of the endings that can happen before 3 weeks. It's not that you will have to play through the whole thing. You may choose to end your story that right now. Yeah. So maybe talk to August before,
Let's go.
because we have already been playing for like an hour.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
What is it? Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been playing a lot. So maybe let's talk to August. Maybe walk around it a bit more. That will be it. Like our estimation, our super rough estimation is that one walkthrough, like if you were to stand on your room the whole time, the whole game, and not move or talk to anybody, that could last around 6-7 hours. If you were to be going around talking to people, and while you are talking to people, time freezes, like your walkthrough could be way longer. We don't really have an estimation for this, but
Depending on the
Have you mentioned
amount
like
of text you're reading.
yeah,
the speed you read.
maybe it could be like even double the time. Depends on your reading speed. Like,
yeah, we're also thinking about like setting a fixed time step each time you like step the dialogue entry, right? Is that-
right. So it's really hard to, until we have all those things implemented, it's really hard to estimate how long it's going to take you to go through the whole game. Oh yeah, just remember. So this is August, and he's the chief of police, but right now he's kind of behaving like a regular shadow because he doesn't know you and everything. This is because we visited the demo.
Yes.
Yeah, but I also made a little trick that if you leave the dialogue, it will trigger like the August leave
Okay.
part. So it's
So Martin's cheating again because he's the code guy who likes to break the game and cheat around. And yeah, so we were saying it's really hard to estimate how long it will take you to complete a whole playthrough, but I don't know, let's say that maybe 7-8 hours, maybe it's more, we don't know yet. And in one playthrough, you'll only be able to see a small part of the narrative. So either you'll be playing this game many times, or if you played just once, you'll want to talk to other players and other friends who have played the game, share your knowledge and be like, oh, on my 4th day in the city, this happened to me and I did this and then I found out about this. And he may be like, no, this didn't happen to me at all. This is what happened to me. And yeah, that's basically, we are trying to let each of you craft your own story in this city.
I'm going to talk to Giles to try to trigger August's dialogue because we need his description.
Yes. Because not only you are not seeing August properly, but the dialogue, as they say, is like blocked because
Yeah, because
don't
right
know
now,
him.
yes, if we don't know him, we're like redirecting the dialogue to the stranger generic dialogue. So
Yeah.
that's why we can't.
And yeah, basically, the way we are designing the dialogues, when you know a new person, they only will talk about the very superficial stuff, like, oh, this is what I do, this is where I work, I have a family or whatever. And if you keep talking to them and you befriend them, you do certain events related to them, and keep spending time with them day after day, they will start open to you and sharing deeper thoughts. Susanna is saying, so does every character have a distinctive song cue? I didn't catch any. I think it would be cool if we could hear Miles sip on his cigarette. I love Miles.
You have a real good taste, man.
Right now, the sound is really.
We can upscale it if we want.
No. The sound is really low right now because we thought it would be
Hard to talk over it. Yeah.
yes, with the test we've done. So right now you are not hearing anything probably. The thing is they speak differently every one of the characters, and you can recognize the writing on everyone because it's like they were writing as we've said before.
For example, August has this very particular way of speaking that instead of writing,
Yeah,
he's
he's like
stabbing.
Yes, he's like
Yeah.
stabbing the paper. Yeah, the police officer speaks really harsh. And regarding the sip on his cigarette, well, I haven't think about it yet. It will depend also if the animation, if Ruben makes animation, because I don't like when there is no visual feedback and then the sound is taking that for granted. Like, no, he's sipping the cigarette. Well, I don't know.
I would love to make a lot of characters and character animations, but since we have close to 17 characters,
Yeah, more or less.
including the main character,
Yeah.
the female version of the main character, we or me, because I'm the only in charge of art, have to animate it
Yeah, I
in
know.
5 different directions. and in the walk and idle cycles.
No, but I think
would love, for example, we are thinking about when you're approaching to a closed door, we are thinking about include a knocking animation, or for example this thing with a cigar, little details, but it would be.
But maybe not in the main area, but maybe in the illustration, in the portraits.
Yeah, we also thought about including a couple of portraits with different expressions or facial facial expression.
Yeah.
But for the moment,
I don't know.
we have to work with this.
I will think about it nonetheless.
Yeah, so I don't know, maybe we've been playing for an hour, so I don't know if we should kind of maybe leave it and answer any questions that you may have, or maybe just quit streaming. Maybe I don't know if we should do this more often, not like every week or sorry, you were going to show. Like, what do you think of that face? Like, he looks like he just ate
He's
a
a good guy.
Look at his mouth.
Clearly a good guy.
His mouth feels like an anus. he cannot talk, right?
Inspector, how do you know, Inspector?
I mean, look at his eyebrows. Like, he's so angry at everybody.
Even himself.
Mostly himself.
You shouldn't trust what you see, or even what you hear. I'm not in this city.
What?
We should make voiceovers for the game.
But you're right, I'm August Thompson, police officer.
If you want, I can record you for everybody.
Yeah, we can add a new setting that it's like director's comments. And it's basically
Revenge commentary.
yeah, it's basically a crappy voice acting, like made super quick, just one day.
I would love to do that. It's like a Rick and Morty version of a place for Unwilling.
Well, actually, you have to read all the dialogues in the game in just one day. I think it's impossible.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you got really fast. Well, I know.
What have you done
You
here?
have too much dialogue.
Yeah.
Please do the Arthur voice.
Yeah.
Let's finish here in this.
So how about this?
Here because of Harry Allen.
It's 10 past 8 right now, so we are gonna be here for 4 more 5 minutes. And if you have any questions or want to talk about anything at all, just leave a comment.
Now is the time.
Don't hesitate to
Yeah.
contact us.
If nobody says anything in 5 minutes, this is all.
This is over. Never again.
So maybe after this, go back to our house.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway, move on. I have to get back to my what? What? What the hell do you want?
Pardon me.
you're in a hurry, must leave.
I must leave now.
You have been wasting my time. Get lost. No.
No.
I mean, he's pissed off because you are living in the middle of dialogue, in the middle of a
Yeah.
Don't talk to him again.
I'm
Like,
going to kill you.
that's not right. You say leave. I'm in a hurry, and here I am again. Let's talk.
Let's
Like,
do that game like.
I forgot something, my officer.
Let's wrap faces like yeah.
No. I want to report my taxes.
In person.
You're arriving to our home.
Maybe the legal executor is still there since we
Oh, that's
right.
started.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We can retry that, yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe not go into our house right now.
So since we restarted the game and did this cheat to
It's going to feel so super weird since he thought you're upstairs, but you're knocking the door from the outside.
That's also right, yeah.
I think it will eventually.
Yeah, let's admire the house from outside. Yeah, let's beautiful outside.
I think it would ironically be a great game for streaming. I don't know if it would be nice for streaming, because I've seen streamers and YouTubers play visual novels. If you are afraid of getting the story spoiled, the story and the game itself may change a lot from one player to the next.
Mhm.
So if you're worried about a story being spoiled, Maybe not. So it may be safe to watch streamings, and if
Maybe
if somebody's interested in doing streaming narrative games or visual novels or I don't know, things like that.
But probably, I think maybe it could be fun for to see maybe if the person who is streaming makes these charades with character voices and everything. Maybe it could be fun for someone to see it. I don't know.
Yeah, and especially I'd love if somebody was to play the game, like role playing it. Like one of our main references for this game is Pathologic. And when the guys at Rock Paper Shotgun played it, they could write this kind of diary, and they were like, day one, I left the house looking for this patient, and I was wandering the streets, but I found nothing, so I returned. That kind of thing. So I'd love to see that in this game, and like seeing all the different stories everybody comes up with. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Tons of different endings. Tons of different endings.
Yeah, someone says the variety of outcomes is amazing, yes.
Yeah, and right now we are finishing the quest system, like the small events that you'll see every day, and some of them have a small clues. For example, you read the newspaper, and I just said so you read the newspaper and you hear about this thing happening in the city right now. So you say, "Oh, that's interesting. I might want to go there." Or some character lets you know that something else is happening. So you'll be attending or witnessing and interacting with many of these small events in the city, but you'll be missing many of them because they are gonna happen anyway. If there's something happening on Wednesday and you are not there, it's gonna happen anyway. So yeah, basically every second you are playing, you are opening some doors and closing others.
Should we?
Yeah. So
Go home.
yeah. So maybe I don't know. Say bye, and we'll probably talk a bit about the streaming on tomorrow's update on our devlog. If you thought this was cool, let us know, and we aren't going to be doing this every week or every month, but if you enjoyed it, maybe consider making another one of these in a couple of months. That would be very cool, I don't know. And yeah, share the game and our Twitter account and everything, because that's the best way to support us, like help us spread the word.
But before we leave, should we check what happens with this legal execution?
Sure,
Just for fun.
We may break the game because we cheated and we walked out.
We are supposed to be upstairs. He's going to get scared.
No.
Oh,
He's not here!
amazing.
He's not there!
I
I was
don't know.
waiting for you, but
Maybe he's in my bed. No.
I don't know why or how, but it worked.
Can you go downstairs again?
yeah.
I love the way we blocked this door with boxes because it wasn't ready, and it's like, oh, he's still moving, so we'll have these boxes around, like, oh, this door is blocked, like, this is totally casual.
He's still moving.
Right. So yeah, I guess that's all.
Thanks so much for watching.
Yeah, thank you
It
for
was a
stopping
pleasure,
by.
guys.
Want to say anything else?
No? I don't know.
See you in the
Give
next
us
one.
money.
Yeah.
Give us money.
Love you all.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.